Hey guys, welcome to the Chi Effect. So I'm excited because I'm actually going to process my first remote online notarization in a few minutes. I will let you know how it goes, but woohoo! So I got a client who called me and who needed something notarized electronically, and I'm gonna get into it. So I use Notarize. This is gonna be my first time using the platform for a client, so stay tuned and I'll let you guys know how it goes with all the pertinent details. Bye. Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Welcome back to the Chi Effect. It's a beautiful September day. Don't even know what day it is, but today we're gonna get into something really quickly. So I finally used the Notarize platform. So we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the difficulties. Okay, good. So as I previously stated, I am signed up with Notarize, as you can see on my desktop here, and I am an independent notary, meaning I get to bring on my own clients. So I signed up with Notarize, I think about July or so. I paid for the IdenTrust seal, and I haven't used it since. So I finally got a customer, because every time I get calls, I always ask the clients, hey, is the recipient of the documents okay with e-signatures? Because again, New York is not really well versed on that as of yet. The law was just passed a couple of months ago. So I think as of January of 2023 is when things are going to be, they're going to be protocols, they're going to be some rules set in place. But today I got a call, and a client needed a school document notarized, and she needed an e-signature. Luckily for me, that was great, because I'm gonna use her to learn this platform, and that's exactly what I did. So we scheduled a call. My schedule kind of cleared up, so we moved the call up, and I literally sent her a meeting. So I'm just going to try to show you guys what I did on the Notary. Okay guys, so hopefully you guys can see my screen. If not, I will try to do another video. So I signed in. What I did was at the top here, I clicked send plus manage, send new notarization request, because that's what she needed. And I put in her first name, last name, so I put in the signer details. And here, hopefully you guys can see it, they asked me to upload the document. So I had to ask the signer to send the document via PDF to me, and I had to upload it, send her custom message here, and once I sent that information to her, I called her to send me the document via email so I can upload it. Once I uploaded it, she received something in the mail. So okay, so that's really the whole setup. So now during the meeting, I was alerted that she had signed into the meeting prior to the scheduled time, which has been a great benefit for me, because she has to go through the identification process and the KBA process. So she had to upload her ID and things of that nature. So once I signed on, the things were already there. So while the things were already there, all I had to do was confirm. All right, so I did take some few notes. The notarization itself took less than 2 minutes, okay? So again, this is my first time using the platform. What happened to not closing on time or not completing it on time was due to, I kept receiving an alert stating that the disclosure, that I need to put a disclosure on the document, and I didn't know what that was. I didn't even learn that during training, when I was doing the training courses in order to be certified to do e-signatures on Notarize. So I opened up the chat room, and one of the representatives told me, hey, you can just complete the signing, you can bypass that. I couldn't bypass it at all. I was locked back in. So that was, kind of annoying to say, because the signer was still logged in and she couldn't leave, because we were like trapped in the notarized vortex. So then after that, I chatted another person up and I say, hey, it's telling me that I need to put a disclosure. They couldn't even figure it out themselves, but I figured it out. I just had to scroll up in the sidebar menu and I saw disclosure and I'm like, hey, what is this? So it's literally a line that says that this document was signed electronically. That's it. And I put it at the bottom of the form. The form was 2 pages. I put it at the bottom of the form. I'm like, why didn't, like, why was it so hard in order to obtain that information? Okay, so that's the first problem. Problem number 1, okay. Then the problem continued on. So I was able to complete the transaction and I wanted to know if she received the document. So I called her offline. I called her on my cell phone and she said that she hasn't received it yet. So I'm like, what's going on? And I remember reading somewhere that the document will not be released to the signer unless they pay. So that's what happened. I started chatting up the chat rooms in the customer service, and that took about 15 to 20 minutes. Again, for a sign-in that was supposed to take 5 minutes, it took about 35 to 40 minutes, and never again, like never again. So 2 people tried to help me and it didn't work. So come to find out that she didn't put a payment information, so she finally put it. She was working on her mobile phone and not a desktop or a laptop. So that's where the issue sufficed. She couldn't receive the doc because she had to be on a laptop and not on a phone. So excuse me, I'm like reading the notes here because I was taking notes down while this was going on. So the first issue was the disclosure, okay? The second issue was that she couldn't receive the document because no payment. And then she put in her payment information and she still wasn't charged. So I had to advise her, let's try using a laptop or a desktop computer that's not a phone. And she was able to easily see it. So that's just my little takeaway from Notarize. I just wish it was easier, but she was very patient and kind throughout the process. So I'm just grateful for that, because some clients will be like, hey, you don't know what you're doing. Why do you have me here? But that in New York was $5. That whole stress, yeah, was $5 for 45 minutes. So if I'm able to navigate this and try to do at least 6 a day, if possible, again, this is my first client, within 2 months. So if I can possibly do this, I will be able to, I guess get things done while I'm working through my home office. But yeah, so that was my first experience with Notarize, the good, the bad, and the difficulties. Thank you for joining me today. Hopefully I have a lot of customers coming through so I can give you more examples on how I did it. Okay, so thank you again. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I try to keep you guys updated every 2 weeks or so. Normally it's the weekly, but I've been involved with other things going on, so I am going to try to keep you updated at least 2 more times this month. Thank you guys, and thank you for joining me. Love you and have a blessed day.